Hi, my name is Muhammad Darman. Welcome to the After Action Review for the BMW E34 series shoot in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So a few months ago, we decided to go to Malaysia to shoot a content there, and we were thinking what kind of content that was, great for us to shoot or something more unique for us to shoot. And we realized, hey, we've got a friend there. So we reached out to one of our buddies, Kathy, and me and Kathy, we go way back since MDIS. We studied universities together and we graduated together back in 2013. Her husband drives a very cool E34 BMW Classic Series, and it's not only cool, it has a very unique color. It's in green. You don't see green BMW that often, especially this kind of green, and it's very unique and very stylish. And it's a classic, and it has all the right checklist tick on it. And so I reached out to Kathy, told her that I'm gonna be in KL for a vacation, and I reached out to Josh as well, to speak to him, to see whether he is still interested in doing this. So I decided to, book my flight. We booked a hotel at the Ascot. We set a date for us to actually meet and do the shoot. So some of the challenges that, I face along the line of doing this shoot. One, it's my first overseas trip. So it's a question of, overthinking of whether whatever you are going to bring is enough for the shoot. So I've decided to initially bring a couple of lenses, several prime lenses, an 85, a 50mm and so forth. But then I told myself, you got no time to actually change the lens because you'll be constantly on the go, constantly on the move, and you're running on a schedule. And maybe I was thinking, should I only bring my 35 to 150 Samyang lens? So yeah, it was decided that I'm gonna bring that lens for the shoot. And I also decided to bring a 24-70 G Master lens just in case, just in case something goes bad. Who knows? You always need a spare. And aside from that, I was also a bit worried about our first shoot overseas because we do not know how public going to react to cameras when we are holding them. But thank God, everything went well. The road that Josh had actually chosen was actually great for us to shoot moving rollers. The car park that we decided to shoot was empty, so it was lucky for us. So we managed to do what we intended to do when we were there. And some of the challenges that I faced, aside from being undecided on what to pack, is trying to put my head outside the window of a moving vehicle and holding a gimbal, and attached to gimbal is a camera with the 35 to 150mm lens. It's not really that heavy, but it's quite challenging when you're going up against the wind whilst, hanging yourself out in front of the window of a vehicle. But anyway, you are able to start to slowly balance yourself as Josh drives past us slowly and eventually on a normal speed. You try to get your shots right a couple of times. You make small adjustments of the weight. You make small adjustment of the counterbalance and so forth, and slowly you manage to eventually get your shots right, your movement right. The other challenges that I face, we actually went to Malaysia twice. The first time we didn't manage to get all of the shots that we put out on the list. I've missed out a couple of shots on the list, and so I've planned out with Josh that I told him, hey, I'm gonna go to Malaysia one more time just to get those shots that I've planned ironed out. Alhamdulillah, this time around we got the shots that we need, and so we managed to utilize the drone to shoot some of the overhead scenes. In a way, it's a good starting point because this is the first time I'm actually using the drone to do a shoot. What's more, we managed to test it out overseas in Kuala Lumpur. It's even better. So one thing I learned from this is that if you create a shot list you need to be able to fulfill it, and try your best to fulfill it. There are some shots that you are unable to do because of the weather, or you're unable to do because you don't have the necessary equipment for the shoot. But if you have made a short list, try to fulfill it as much as you can. Okay, some of the reasons why I decided to shoot this car. First, it has a story to tell. The vehicle in itself is a early 90s BMW. It's an E34, and initially it has an engine transplant according to Josh, and it's currently running on an E36 engine. So it's very unique in itself. Aside from that, Josh has worked on the vehicle for a very long time. He has constantly fixed the system that are in place in the engine, fixed every parts from tires to the engine to the whole system in itself. So it is a very sentimental piece for Josh. And I really like to capture it not only for himself, but also to share it with the masses, to share it with our target audience, to create a content that is worth for him to keep and share it among his friends. And aside from that, it's also a learning curve for me. Some sort of a refresher for me. I have not shot any car videos since 2020. I have always wanted to do another car content, and what's more, to showcase a classic is even better. On a side note, it's been a while since I visited Kuala Lumpur and rekindle our friendship with Kathy and Josh. I've not been there since both of them got married. So aside from just shooting the car, shooting the scenes, aside from just creating content, it's a good way for us to actually rekindle. And and we have always loved Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur is the best, one of the most beautiful city within this part of the region. And yeah, if you have not been to Kuala Lumpur, or you have not been to Malaysia, go and visit now. They have the most delicious food, they have the most diverse culture, and their people are the most friendliest people within this region. So I suggest you go visit now. So what I actually hope to achieve with this content is to bring up something new for our social media. I want to build up our social media with more creative content, with more spec advertorial content, and also to test our skills out. We want to practice even more, and to me it's essential that we continuously practice ourselves, organize these shoots, do mock-ups, do spec advertorial content to improve on your skills. And not only that, you will also be able to improve on your editing abilities. And my thoughts were like, okay, I'm going to utilize a lot of After Effects for these edits, and I'm glad that I was able to do so. Also, shout out to Tyler FX and AM Film. I learned a lot from you guys, and to be honest, in terms of After Effects, I learned it most when I was on YouTube, browsing through the night, looking for ideas on how to edit, looking for unique editing advertorial content. And these two channels is a must go for any content creators who want to learn and utilize the After Effects application. Tyler FX and AM Film both did a very well tutorial for viewers like ourselves, to learn more about editing on After Effects and to make your videos look unique. When we finally were able to finish the video, despite a few crashes on Adobe Premiere Pro, I was really happy. I've not created any content such as this for a long time, and yeah, it's not perfect. There's a few quirks along the line, and it's still a bit rough, but again, I'm quite happy with what we are able to do. And from then on, I feel like we have learned a lot, And I would also like to thank all of our viewers and audiences who have watched the videos for liking it, and for giving some of your thoughts and comments. It was really great to interact with some of you guys. And we hope that in the future, you guys will be able to also do the same thing for all of our future contents. And without further ado, I would like to say thanks and thank you for subscribing to our channel. Continue to follow us for more updates on this channel, and also take care. See ya.